Welcome back to the eSports Report presented by Xbox. Mr. X still here, joined by everybody's favorite European turned American.
Hi. It's me.
It's going to say Swanee, but
wow,
no,
that's
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
That's so messed
Pocket
up.
grabbed my hand. He said I have very warm hands. I would tell you to do the same, but it's just weird. No, just don't.
Yeah, you have cold hands. Yo, wow, it's chilly.
Well, welcome back. I know me and Pocket, we went over relegation.
Some stuff.
Talked a little bit about champs. Talked a little about some weird things we expect to see happen at champs.
Okay.
Now,
Anything that I should know about? You and him sharing rooms or anything like that?
Not like that. Yes, me and Pocket are sharing rooms at champs. Maven's going to wear lipstick the entire weekend. It's going to be fabulous.
Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me.
No, it wouldn't. Okay, so we did name put it on Reddit.
We did.
But you want to start with these lightning round questions too?
So like, I was saying,
are you not familiar with how this
first of all,
works?
I know kind of how a lightning round works, but we can't both have the same questions. Otherwise, that doesn't make sense.
Why not?
Because you already know the answer to the question. So I figured you may as well hit me with it because I don't really know how this works, like with the lightning round.
What do you mean?
Well, I've never really done one before.
Well, you ask me the questions, then I'll tell you.
No,
the
I want to answer the questions.
No, I honestly haven't read. I honestly haven't read.
Well,
the
great.
questions.
Then you can ask me.
No,
you're asking me the questions.
You're asking me
you
don't
the
know how this works. Ask me the
Dude, I'm
questions.
European. My way or the highway.
You're disappointing the viewers.
No.
Ask me questions.
All right. How about this? Bring up the chat. Who would you rather answer the questions to a lightning round, myself or Mr. X?
My answers are going to be 1,000 times better. Just letting you guys know.
How? Isn't it like an option of like?
I'm telling you, just start asking.
We will see. Chat. You decide. Who would you rather have answer a lightning round, me or Mr. X? We should have really had two different sets of questions.
You can do the same question.
All right. Well, then you go first. You ask me first, and then we'll do
I
you.
don't feel like asking.
So, all right. How about this? You ask me first. We do the AMA, then I ask you.
Nah, you gotta do it back to back. I feel like okay, fine. I'll start at the top of the list and ask you down, and then you ask me from bottom of the list.
That makes no sense because then you'll be remembering them.
This doesn't make any sense.
Just ask me.
Okay, no, see, the chat wants me to answer.
No, I saw one Mr. X, one Benson, there you go. Benson
no,
is the mom. Yeah, there you go.
Take turn. Oh, look at that. Tons of Matt.
What do you mean there's more Benson?
Ask the questions right now.
Look, there's more than me. Look at that.
No.
Benson.
There you go. I see another one. That guy's a mod. Ask
all right, we'll do it back to back. You go first. You ask me first because I'm kind of unfamiliar.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Best S&D player in the world.
Rambo.
Smartest COD player ever.
Rambo.
Which COD player / personality would you wingman with to a club?
Nature.
Good pick. Craziest thing that's ever happened to you in esports?
Fell off a stage.
Craziest thing you've seen happen in esports?
Saw someone pick up the glass bottle, throw it across the stage.
Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Favorite movie?
Man on Fire.
Favorite food?
Pizza.
Favorite casting partner?
Mr. X.
Favorite player?
Scumpy.
Favorite sport?
Football.
What about it works for you?
What about what works for me?
Is that your answer? Or?
Wait, what?
What about it works for you?
Blonde hair. What?
Have you never seen that video?
No. What?
Oh, we're going to watch that. I'm totally changing what we have here.
Okay.
Penguins are?
Cute.
Who wins COD Champs?
Optic.
Trapped in an island with 3 COD players / personalities. Who do you bring?
Killer, Fizz Up, and Formal.
It just says you're sitting there.
Watching.
Oh, that one I totally would have blanked out. Best teammate ever?
Flamesword.
How'd you team with Flamesword?
You said best teammate. I imagine he would be a good teammate. I don't play. Like I just
That's
figured
true.
Flamesword would be a good teammate. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Now you gotta ask me.
That's all the questions?
Now you gotta ask me. Don't ask them in order. Just pick random ones.
I'll forget which ones I've asked.
Oh, come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, a lightning round with Mr. X.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to see the video though.
Okay, fine. We'll show the video first.
Because, wait, what was it? What was the question? It was like.
I can't believe you've never seen this. Will.
What about it works for you? Like. Will's only just seen it too.
Okay, so this is a Crim 6 video from 2011. Oh man, look at that's Puckett and Shockwave. Wow, this is a really long time ago. Okay, so
throw it up full screen.
Yep. This Yeah, this is hilarious. Just watch.
Player on that team has a phenomenal shot,
Can't
especially
believe
the
I've
guy
seen
we're
this.
about to talk to right now. Julie is with Crim 6.
Hey guys, I am here with Crim 6. How you doing? Oh, see, I ambushed him. He didn't know we were doing an interview. This is.
I had no idea.
No idea. Okay, well, this is our first interview. It's a good way to get started out like this. So I opened up all of our interview questions to the Twitterverse, and this is what people on Twitter want to know from you. This is from MLG Slipknot. Wants to know, how does it feel to evolve from one event being virtually unknown to another
I can't
event
wait.
being
I
one of
can't
the
wait.
biggest
I know it's
slayers
gonna happen.
in the
It's like
game?
watching a train wreck.
Well, I just play to have fun, and it just happened that I got good. I mean, I ended
just
up
happened, I
playing
got
just like I was playing snipers when I was a random, and then I don't know, I just started playing MLG, and then it just happened.
It just kind of stuck for you.
Yeah, I guess it just came.
Well, I want to ask, what about it works for you?
What?
What do you like about it?
You know, I like just that came from Call of Duty, and I just came to Halo, and it just happened that I was good at it. I mean, I enjoy it.
It's a weird question.
All right,
What
he
about it
enjoys
works
it.
for you?
That's
All
what
right,
you gotta
he
do.
What about it works
Crim
for you?
enjoys it, ladies and gentlemen. Crim enjoys it.
He just enjoys it. That's what works it for me.
All right, you ready?
No, not yet. Okay, yeah, now we're ready.
Oh my god.
I can't believe you've never seen that.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Best SND player in the world.
Killer.
Smartest COD player.
Killer.
Who would you wingman with?
Swanee.
Craziest thing that's ever happened to you in esports.
Main stage, MLG Chicago. We were beating some kids so bad, I left the stage to go get a sandwich, came back and ate it on stage.
Craziest thing you've ever seen that happen in esports.
Mad Cat falling on stage at COD Champs.
That was good. Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs and allergic to cats.
Favorite film?
Tough one. Drive, Ryan Gosling's the man.
Favorite food?
Chicken teriyaki.
Favorite casting partner?
Benson.
There you go. Thank you. Favorite player?
Grim 6.
Favorite sport?
Basketball.
Penguins are?
Birds.
What about it works for you?
Nothing.
Who wins COD Champs?
Optic Gaming.
You're trapped on an island with 3 COD players. Who are they?
You, Maven, and Puckett.
You're sitting there.
Watching.
Best teammate in the world?
Formal.
Bommel. Okay. All right. That was a lightning round. It would have been good if we both had different questions. Not gonna lie.
The Mad Cat falling thing
That
was
was-
one of the
dude, that was
funniest things
hysterical.
ever. Will,
Dude,
have you ever
left
seen
the
that?
stage to get a sandwich?
Yeah. These kids sucked.
You just straight up stood up and got a sandwich.
Yeah, I also played through a bomb scare. At,
Dude, how times have changed, huh?
yeah. Will.
You guys crazy, huh?
Hold on, I gotta.
Well, have you seen the Mad Cat
Do you want to bring up the Mad Cat video?
I'll bring it up.
Some of you guys may
Some
not,
of you in the chat
may
might not be
recognize it.
familiar with what I.
Arguably one of the funniest
about.
moments that I've ever seen happen in.
The best is that like his legs just stopped working.
His legs just stopped working. Full screen that up.
Let me make sure
Putting
it's in that.
crisp
1080.
1080p, baby. All right, play.
This is one of the greatest things to ever happen.
On the
Ever.
other side of the stage, it's some more boys in blue, not Envy, but TCM. They fell to expect
Yeah, the best in Europe.
Matt, do you get it? Puckett says they
Oh! All right, hold on. We'll play it again.
And these guys are this morning.
Gunchy just turns around, he's like,
Go slide. Their gunship
Marky B has no idea what just happened. He's like, everybody's laughing at me. Why?
and Mad Cat.
Look at his face. It's all right. Replay it.
And I think Mad Cat might have took there, but
Stroh's like, I think Mad Cat might have fell.
he slid. Did he just slide? He ghost slid. That's what he did. That's what he did.
Group play, and these guys.
Like, when you watch it, like, he doesn't fall. Like, he doesn't trip on anything. His legs just completely stop working. He must have just, like collapsed. Like,
What does he do?
yeah!
That's amazing.
It's the best thing I've ever seen.
Okay, that was good. All right. Anyway, AMA. You guys asked me and Matt a load of questions on Reddit today.
Yep.
We gave you guys a while. Hit F11 and F5, that bad boy. See if there's any more. 120 comments on the thread. We're going to go through them from top to bottom.
All right.
Zoom in. Let's have a look at what you guys were wondering about me and Matt. We'll try and answer as many questions as we can.
We're going to
of
answer
course.
all of them.
Maybe not all of them. There could be some rather
Alright, so
rude things.
you can be
Throw-
the
throw-
one
yeah,
who-
throw to the screen. Let the people see the questions. All right.
Yep.
Is this true? Video.
Do you want to watch this?
Click it. Is this true? How Clay got dropped from Complexity original raw footage.
Now, we plan on taking the rest of the tournaments this year.
And a huge part of this team that doesn't get enough credit. What is it? What is it?
Is it true?
No, that's not how it went
So
down.
what actually happened? What was he saying?
What, Krim?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
that's a lie.
That's not.
Yo, I'm
right,
flag
let's
on the
hear it.
play.
I
I
want
think that's
to-
true.
Let's
It's
go
true.
on with the AMA.
Oh, we
Hey.
touched it up. I think that may have been true.
No, let's go on with the AMA.
All right, the Deppy Frog, 9 points. What do you think is the factor separating COD as an esport from the success of other esports such as LoL and CS? And what is your next step in progressing towards a more popular,
wanna answer.
professional, competitive
I wanna
Call of
answer.
Duty? Matt Morello.
The issue is that when COD game comes out, all pros ban everything. Just ban everything. Look at CS.
Yep.
Same game that the kids are playing casually, players are playing public matches, is the same exact game that people are playing competitively.
Okay.
Nothing banned. No, just
Counter argument.
what?
The games are made to be that way.
Don't give me that.
Is that not true?
League of Legends, completely out of the box.
That was
the
same
same game.
But that was made to be a competitive.
the same game. Okay, the same game. It doesn't matter.
Call of Duty was never made to be a competitive esport. It was
I
made.
think
It
they
was
should
made.
just, I think they should just allow everything. Me and Pocket were big supporters of the allow everything movement. Didn't work completely, but you got
Allowed
streaks.
50% of stuff came through.
And?
Essentially,
It
one
was
of
the
the best
best
years.
COD
yeah, I agree. I
ever
agree.
had. So I'm completely right. Ben's wrong.
Well, hold on. I mean, I was gonna say I think one of the big differences besides banning is how can I put this? The way I feel like a community as a whole. So every aspect, not just the competitive aspect, the public aspect, the way that we interact with our developers, I feel is worse than how you see some CS guys do it, how some of the League of Legends.
Well-
don't get me wrong, some of those communities can be really, really bad at times.
Right.
But I think we should definitely try and step up and be an example.
we approach things the wrong way.
Right. I think we should definitely try and approach things in a much more
Right.
mature, adult way, and I think that goes for absolutely everyone in the community. Go back to thread. What's another question in
Let's go
that?
down. People just writing paragraphs. Yeah.
No, I'm not answering.
If you're in a 2v4, 5-5 in champs, what player do you want alive with you?
Attach. 2v4, 5-5, 100% I want attach. Most clutchest player.
I want Krim, because I figure I can get that down to I can get it down to like a 2v3, then let him just clutch it out after that.
Why would you not pick attach? We've seen attach clutch 1v3s, 1v2s.
I think Krim is the best like 1v3, 1v2 player there is.
Okay.
How you felt about the submissions from the cast off? Could we see it again for smaller events? I absolutely loved the submissions we got for the cast off.
Yep.
You are an extremely mean individual. Didn't realize that.
I'm like Sam McCall,
Going
what
in?
can I say?
You were very angry. I loved it though.
So we should also kind of break down the format of the cast off, because that's something which some people may be confused about. We've seen a few submissions. We haven't seen everything as of yet, but tomorrow we're going to watch some submissions live on the show. We're going to select a couple of people to go through into our semi-final stages. We're going to have 2 submission shows. So 6 will go through tomorrow, and another 6 will go through on Monday. So we're going to be watching all the videos, probably some of the funny moments, some of the bad, some of the good. Imagine your American Idol, X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, any of those kind of shows. That's essentially what we're going for. But I've been really impressed with some of the stuff that I have seen from the cast-off. Will we see it again for smaller events is a really, really good question, because I think if it's a success and people enjoy watching it as a show more than anything else, and we actually find good talent from it too,
I definitely think it
100%
could
we see
happen
it
again.
100% we see it again.
I've had a blast working on it, so
It's been good.
Yeah. Do you feel like the gaming scene has an unwritten max age for competing?
No.
Don't think so. It makes it pretty difficult. I can say, champs for Black Ops 2, I was 24. Mm-hmm. Definitely not as good of a player as I was at 19.
Reaction time? What was it?
Not really as much reaction time. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't as focused and into it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Just kind of past the whole competing thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a point where you just kind of lose the drive. Like, we lost. Like, if I would have lost, in 2007, I would have thrown everything I had like in front of me. I would have broken stuff. I would have went insane. When I lost at champs, it was more like, oh man, let's go to the pool. And I was like, whatever. And I was like, it's kind of like is lame. But then when I started coaching Cole,
you got that passion back.
I had it back.
That fire back.
Right. So I don't know. Maybe it was just like an off period. But even now, I lose to you and I get like really angry.
Yeah, you hate it. You can't stand it. It's brilliant. I love it. Question from Brian Baldemaro.
Can you
wingman?
be my wingman? Yeah, Brian, I can wingman for you.
Who rocks the red hair better, Scump or me? I'm going to go ahead and say me. Possibility of Karma getting a third ring.
I think there's a possibility. I just had the talk with Puckett, and I asked him if there was champs this weekend, no Optic Gaming, who would be your favorite? And he was like, well, Denial, FaZe, and I was like, and then he was like, Envy. I was like, can you definitely tell me that Envy is better than Optic Nation right now? Don't think you can.
No.
Do you think ON right now could take a series off Denial?
Yes.
Can ON right now take a series off of FaZe?
Yes. Can they take a series off Optic Gaming, though, is a completely different story.
I think a lot of people...
That is like a...
I think
every
Optic
one
Gaming, Optic Gaming
is
the overwhelming favorite going into champs. Don't think anybody will argue that. I'm sure we'll do a prediction show at some point, and most of us will have that as the pick.
think every single person will.
The one thing you can say is they make it to that finals, it's going to be a lot of pressure on those guys. Pressure changes everything in a big way. So I definitely think, they go into the grand finals and they drop that first map. It starts to creep in a little bit.
Especially against a team of, like, if you imagine Optic Nation get that far, a team of, 5 world champions.
Yeah, those...
Maybe that could be the...
That booth gets those walls to start closing in real quick.
Right.
All right, we can go back to this one. Who will be the top contender non-US teams for champs? Epsilon. Yeah, I agree with you there. I think Epsilon not really much of a consideration. Why is Matthew so handsome?
Good genes.
Yeah.
How does Maven
My dad's
look
a bigger
so
guy, not really.
How does Maven look so young at the age of 64?
He
has like this cream he puts on his face.
It's actually Maven's birthday. If you throw it back here, Will. It's Maven's birthday on Sunday.
Is it really?
Yes. I want all of you out there. Don't wish him a happy birthday. Don't do that,
ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Very.
Yeah, he's gonna be 30. The big 3-0.
Is he 3-0? No wonder he's having kind of like a midlife crisis. He's like talking about Emma Watson and like spending Valentine's Day on Skype with us.
Yeah, he
makes sense.
He's a lost puppy.
That makes sense.
Who are your top 3 teams at regionals?
I assume that means US regionals. So Optic Gaming, FaZe Red.
Optic, FaZe Red, Denial for me.
Yeah. I'm going to say the same 3. I think it's tough to argue anything else.
We can go back to the screen. I love this post right here.
Oh, my God.
All hail our glorious leader, Christopher Puckett. Blessed be his name. May he smite down the unbelievers and bring eternal salvation to COD eSports.
Okay. Not really sure how that's a question, but...
It's not really a question, more of a general statement.
What takes longer, UMD ads or Maven naps?
Maven naps. As crazy as you would, as crazy as that one is to believe.
That's brilliant.
How long before COD is on the Wii U? Definitely not going to happen.
So I actually heard rumors about that. Next World Championship will actually be on the Wii U.
You wave your Wii stick.
Yeah. Next World Championship's on the Wii. Please never wave that in front of my face again.
Sorry, I had to do it. You can change one thing about competitive Call of Duty. What would it be?
You not waving things in front of my face.
That was my Wiimote.
All right, Harry Potter, calm down. If I could change one thing about competitive esports, what would it be?
Competitive COD.
Competitive COD. I would change the World Championship prize pool to be open to like public, so like microtransactions go towards it. So like if you buy the new AW called Champs Exoskeleton, 50% of that goes to the prize pool. Kind of the way we've seen the other developers do it. That would be my big change to COD.
I would say, kind of going back to what I touched on before, is that the game that we get from the box is the same game we play competitively. Same rules.
What do you reckon would help grow the community more? A bigger prize pool? Like a significantly... Let's say they're playing for 10 million as opposed to 1 million? or if they're playing the same game that, you know, Bob down the road bought at GameStop last week. Which one do you reckon helps grow more?
I think Bob getting the game, being able to watch people playing the same exact rules and the same exact maps.
You think that's
and then
more
he
beneficial
can say,
than $10 million?
And then he can say, okay, I'm going to go play, and I'm going to get better.
So you don't think that Bob down the road is going to watch a tournament of $10 million?
He might. He might. But then when he goes, but is he going to keep playing? You need the people to keep playing.
Right, that's the key. That's the key.
You can throw a tournament for $100 million. Nobody plays the game after. It doesn't do anything.
It's pretty much nullified. All right, next question.
Will the booth actually be soundproof? The booths are actually soundproof.
I mean, they pump white noise into them. You're wearing your headset. It's about as soundproof as you can get.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can't get much soundproof.
What about it works for you?
What about it works for you? We've already gone on to this. How do you generally feel about a players' union? The
idea of an online league. We have an online league. Online qualifiers. We have
an online league. We have online qualifiers. We have prize pools.
Several state of comp cards compared to other esports.
Or maybe individual. Like he wants us to talk about this individually.
So how do you feel about players' union? I mean,
it would never happen.
I think everyone is kind of vesting for their own interest more important than anything else. So I don't think that's really going to happen. The idea of the online league, that's grown viewership massively, grows competition massively. Players are better for all the players. You know, they can make an ideal income now from streaming and of course winning. Online qualifiers.
Online qualifiers are needed.
Okay, it'd be so much better to have them online, but realistically, is that going to happen? No.
Well, you also shrink the player base because a lot of people can't make it to these lands that could qualify. So
prize pools are good. I already said I would like to see it increase for the World Championship. Overall state of comp card compared to other esports. Honestly, I think we're doing really well.
It's in a great spot.
Like you look at like the viewership. Columbus was nearly 250,000 concurrent viewers.
UNG was like 150
it
plus.
Was it was really good. I mean, you can look at CS and be like, oh, but look at CS doing well, League of Legends doing well. But I think we've only had 2 major tournaments at the start of the year. The World Championship is where I really think we'll see, especially now it's like open to the public. I think that's when we're going to see
that's really
viewership
exciting to me.
Like far beyond like the averages of the other esports, and that's what really could put us on the map.
What does COD need for a better esports environment that it doesn't have already?
Honestly, I would say if every single COD League game could be played in Columbus, Ohio, inside the MLG studio. That's the only thing. Just because then it's kind of like, your LCS games are played on that like LAN stage. But that's such a minuscule thing, I don't even think that really matters.
I think there's a way to get it kind of more like mainstream to the casual players.
Right. That would,
I've kind of brought up a few times that I think, trying to bet the best way to put this, that so you build a game. It's awesome. It's built around
awesome game.
It's built around unlocking different things and whatnot. At a certain point, you're done. What's the incentive to play after?
You mean like once you've max prestige, you've done all your challenges, you got every camo.
What's the purpose?
See, I always say the only reason you should play a game is to improve.
Right. So I think you build something kind of where, like, imagine like a Black Ops 2 League play on like steroids.
But that's the game.
But that is the game. Like that's the game. It.
So everyone has a rank.
Everyone has a rank. Everyone can improve. I think the thing that's most really addicting with just video games, competitive. Anybody would get into competitive video games because it's addicting to get better. When you get better at anything, video games, casting, just doing anything, it's addicting. It's
even like sports.
Like
sports. Get better at sports.
So you play one day, your rank improves, you get better.
I agree.
All you want to do is play more. And that will never get old because you're always getting better. You will never hit a point where you don't get better. I would love to see
them do that. Rather than the rank system by XP, I think that would be a much better way to do it.
Who makes the hype videos for MLG? That is Brian Balderramo.
Oh, dude, I love Brian. Let's go home on Twitter.
He is the best.
He is a god.
He's a magician.
Like, I actually just watched the Season 1 hype trailer. You haven't seen it yet.
It's good. He's the best.
I watched it and I was like sat in my chair, like jumping up and down with hype. It's phenomenal. Let's go home on Twitter. Make sure you follow him. Honestly,
follow him.
Amazing guy, does such awesome stuff. Matt, you in it for the money of the Eagles?
I'm in it to hang out with Ben, Puckett, Maven, talk about some video games.
For the females.
Nah. there anything we can do to make the EU scene catch up with the NA scene for COD?
Yes. Oh, please. I'm so glad someone asked this question. Okay. Number one, players need to start acting a lot more mature. Social media needs to be completely in check. That's the biggest thing ever. And people are always like, well, you know, why should I bother? Because I'm not going to make the salary. I'm not going to make as much money. Why should I stream? Because I'm not going to make money that Nadeshot makes. Everyone has to start somewhere. It's as simple as that. And if you have that mentality of a profession, guess what? 9 times out of 10, it's going to lead to it actually being a profession. You can't expect sponsors to look at, you know, behavior on social media, which is just kind of crazy and reckless, and be like, oh, I'll give this guy enough money to fly across the world and go and compete in an event.
And you never know. I mean, not even talking about the EU scene, you never know where this kind of goes for you,
right?
In general. I mean, I know a little bit like how I started out. You know, I mean, I started out as a player. I didn't know. I mean, I played online for years. Always knew I was really good. Went to my first LAN, MLG Charlotte. Got second. And then after that, you know, I was always sticking around playing video games, you know, working on stuff. Did I ever think it would kind of turn into this? No, you never knew. So you need to kind of still, though, keep that professionalism the entire time. You never know what could happen.
It's the most important thing. And it really, like, I don't know, especially for me, like, I kind of look at it, and, you know, all people are always asking, oh, you know, like, why is the European scene never as big? And they're like, oh, you left the European scene to go into the North American scene.
You turned your back
like,
on all of
people,
Europe.
People always say, like, you're not helping, and it's like, well, like, I am helping because I'm trying to grow myself, so if I go to a European event, I can help grow it there. Like, that's the big thing, like, transfer of audience, etc. But honestly, like, everything just comes with being more mature. Social media is a massive, massive part. Even if you're an amateur player, I still think it's key.
Question for me from JP. Cut it off a little bit at the top. We can go.
Okay.
Matt, how long till we see Shadowrun back on the MLG circuit? You won't see Shadowrun back on the circuit, but Shadowrun was an awesome game. A lot of you probably never have even seen Shadowrun get played.
What was the question above that? You cut one off. It says how... Wait, no.
No, that's it.
How do you get in touch with the right
that was
people
underneath it,
if you want to work in the gaming scene, not competing? Big thing about that question is define the right people and define working. What do you want to do in the gaming scene? There's, you know, casting, presenting, hosting. There's, you know, the backstage stuff. There's editing. There's producing. There's so many different things. One of the biggest things really is you have to just kind of stay tuned. MLG always posting new positions, internships. I've seen multiple companies do the same thing. So you just kind of have to stay tuned. Twitter is a really good source for all of that stuff.
Yep. Question here. Who will win COD Champs 2015? Definitely think No Optic Gaming would be like our top. What is this video you put here?
Someone was asking for a hype video. Thanks to video.
Our MLG and Talks Activision Sledge over Champs. Any direct link / cooperation between the two of you? I mean, it's going to be on MLG.
Sledge? Well, yeah, it's going to be streamed on MLG.tv, so you can kind of put 2 and 2 together and assume that there is, you know, direct link between the two.
They were gonna hop montage. Mr. X, will we ever get a selfie compilation and hair grooming techniques? Actually, a lot like awesome. Kim Kardashian, I am releasing a tabletop selfie book. It's gonna be just pictures of myself. It's gonna be available for you all. Pretty much my Instagram, put in a book. And then I can also give you guys some hair grooming techniques. Yep. Gel your hair.
This is Matt in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. So Matt basically just kind of puts some stuff in his hair and he just kind of goes like that. And then
it comes out like this. We don't know how.
Just does that. And then that happens.
I wake up pretty much looking identical to this.
It's sad, but I can actually confirm that is true.
Yep.
Don't know how he does it.
Any ladies in the chat?
Next question. I told you it was for the girls.
Very lonely on Saturday.
I told you it was for the girls.
Well, where can we go from here? Atlas Gorge. Let's go to Atlas Gorge. Atlas Gorge is now on the store to buy for a cheap price. Any intention of making a competitive map
for
regionals champs?
Love it. I would absolutely love it.
You're a big fan of this.
I told you, like, when we were looking at DLC options, I was like, yo, Atlas Gorge, CTF, S&D, got it all, man. It's a really, really good map.
I agree. I mean, I've seen it played a few times.
Great.
I'm a big fan.
All right. How much longer do you predict COD eSports will last? Will there still be people watching competitive COD in 5 years, 10 years?
Yeah.
As long as Activision keep making Call of Duties, I can kind of keep seeing them.
Yeah, there's no end to the COD train anytime soon, I think.
I don't think
how did the idea of the cast stuff come about, and how do each of you feel the process will work out for champs? I've been a big fan of the cast off. I think it originally started your idea, correct?
A couple of years ago. an idea. I was speaking to Bryson, was kind of like, hey, how can we try and find more talent in Europe? And we kind of came up with that same format of a show as, American Idol, X Factor, all of those kind of reality TV, competition shows. And I was like, well, it'd be kind of cool if we could try and find a caster. So that was the original concept.
Did you ever find anybody?
We got to the top 50, and then I had to cut the show off because of advertising stuff, which I've talked about a few times. Really sucked, but
Who would have won?
I can't tell you that.
Who was your favorite at that time?
I don't want that to be a conflict of interest.
Okay, fine. I've been a huge fan of this cast-off.
Yeah, you're really enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it.
It's going to be really good.
I love watching everybody's videos, and I feel bad when I watch them.
See,
and
it's
I'm
kind of
oh, maybe Ben's going to like this guy. I like him.
Right.
It
kind of sucks because,
there's a folder specifically for me because I've liked everybody, and it's called Matt Likes Them.
It actually is.
I've dragged pretty much everybody into that folder.
It kind of sucks, though, in a way, because it's like you don't want to ruin someone's dream. Like, if someone is genuinely passionate about something, like if I was entering in it and I was like, yo, I really want to do this, like, to be told no at something like that is really, like, not a nice process. There's some people, though, who should just never ever cast video games that we've seen.
Okay.
It's true.
What sort of steps do you think need to be taken in order to make competitive COD and esports in general bigger? I think we kind of gone over that a little bit. This is just an odd question. I'm not gonna ask that.
Yeah, FMK, go.
No, I'm gonna just leave all of these people alive. I'm not gonna do any of this. I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm not gonna do any of that. So I'm just gonna let everybody exist. Okay, I'm not gonna read this. I'm just gonna read the questions.
Let me go through it. All right.
Big paragraphs. I'm not a fan.
All right. When do you wait? What? What do you think can be done from LG to more sports field? We kind of touched on that a little bit. Or anyone at MLG watch LCS? Yeah. I watch LCS all the time. Do you watch LCS?
No. For me, it's just a bunch of colors and just things running around the forest. I don't play it.
What do you believe is MLG's greatest strength and contribution to COD esports, and what is their greatest weakness? Greatest strength for me is without a doubt to be able to create an absolutely mind-blowing broadcast. You can look at the response from CS and X
production
Games.
is just unreal.
Like it blows anything you'll see out of the water, and I feel like people often take it for granted a little bit. Like they look at World Champs and they compare it to MLG, and it's like, well, you have to appreciate the World Championship is funded by Activision.
And it's once a year.
It's ridiculous. And if you look at like the stuff that MLG do consistently on a consistent basis, it's
comes
better
close.
It's better than anyone else in esports. I honestly believe.
Do you believe that COD branched off and did their own thing like League has done, it would grow and be more competitive? No. I think we'd be pretty much in the same spot. We talked about what we thought the next step would be for competitive esports COD. When will we see something closer to an actual studio at these big tournaments unless...
Well, we've already... See, all right, so I have a minor gripe with posts like this because it combines every COD event into one kind of like ball. It's like hotel ballrooms. We have the Columbus Arena.
Yeah.
Like, we're going there 2 times in the next month. Like, we have an arena custom made for Call of Duty video games.
What more do you want?
Like, all right, the first event was it was an open event, first of all, which is why it was in a ballroom.
I mean,
that was simply so we can get as many people as possible to go and play.
There are Counter-Strike events in hotel bars.
Right.
There are fighting game events in hotel bars. Like,
it's just it's just gonna be that way.
Yeah, it's just like
until it's like the NBA where people are playing in a stadium.
Do you think COD esports hit its peak? Absolutely not.
No
we
way.
see
No way.
viewership growing like crazy. Do you think having the World Championships in the middle of the game is good for the cycle? I've always been a fan of the end of the cycle of the game, but
I think putting it at the end is better. It kind of gives you a choice, or it kind of makes you want to play more. What I would love would be, you ever watch tennis? No, you never watched tennis. So they, you know how they have like the U.S. Open, Wimbledon, the French Open, all stuff like that. So imagine you have that you have that $1 million prize pool, right? You split the million up into 4 opens,
like majors.
Exactly, like majors. 4 majors, 1 in Europe, 1 in America, but any team can go to any major they want, right? And
qualify for the majors,
right? And then that will qualify you for the World Championship. World Championship is like 16 teams. You've qualified from the majors, and then there's another like 5 million prize pool, the World Championship, and that's at the end. And what would be really cool is, you have the World Championship the day before the next game, or like 2 days before the next game's release. So you have the World Championship 2 days before, then you have like if you guys remember a COD XP kind of feel.
You're a smart guy.
Where you play the next game a day before pre-release, and you have another tournament there for maybe like just 100,000. Something significantly smaller, but kind of cool anyway, and you have that COD XP feel too.
How much do you want to cast with Maven?
Absolutely 0.
Yeah, it's not really fun. That's just a weird question. What does Maven do at MLG? When he was hired, I assumed he would be doing some casting slash analysis.
It's actually ironic someone asked that because I asked Puckett
we
the same
asked
thing.
I was like,
what does Maven do? You don't know. Honestly, he's in Los Angeles and he does.
He's just broing out.
Who knows? Who knows? For now, guys, quick commercial break though. When we return, we'll be answering more of these questions from the AMA. Be right back.